special presentation brought to you by Elite Championship Boxing.
Good afternoon, I'm Dave Pavlich, your host for the very first press conference for Elite Championship Boxing. For the first time in over 20 years, since the great days of Canadian boxing legend Willie DeWitt, Grande Prairie, Alberta will play host to elite-level, live professional boxing. The undisputed Canadian featherweight title and the WPBF World Intercontinental Featherweight Championship will be on the line between Santoro and Lamb. September 11th, 2021 will be a historical day for professional boxing in this country. 4 championship titles, one night, including the Canadian Welterweight Championship. Elite Championship Boxing, created by Pasqualino Santoro and Terry McLean. The mission is to reclaim the glory of Canadian professional boxing. There was a time in history when Canadian boxers were under the bright lights, the time of Ken LaCusta and the great George Chuvalo. Elite Championship Boxing is bringing back the spotlight to feature some of the country's most brilliant stars. We have a stacked undercard, full of hungry fighters looking to build their names and get back on the back of their hard work, dedication, and true athletic ability. The level of production, a Vegas-style entertainment, is what Canadian boxing fans have been missing and deserve. A stage for boxers to showcase their talents and show the world what they're made of, live on Fight TV. Today is a historical day, a day we can all remember in Canadian boxing, a place where champions will be made. Today, the brand new, completely redesigned EliteChampionship.com is launched, and tickets are now on sale. Now, this incredible night of flying fists taking place at the prestigious venue, Revolution Place, to host the ECB's inaugural show, Santoro vs. Lamb, live on pay-per-view. Please welcome General Manager Revolution Place of Grande Prairie, Alberta, Catherine Ridgway, to give a few words on this historical event.
Thank you, Dave. On behalf of the City of Grande Prairie and Revolution Place, I'd like to express our excitement at the opportunity to kick off our post-pandemic run of shows with Elite Championship Boxing. We are committed to grow our partnership with Elite Championship and continue to bring world-class boxing to the City of Grande Prairie. I wish all the fighters good health ahead of your bout, and I am excited to welcome you all to Revolution Place in September. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Catherine. This card is stacked with young Canadian talent from top to bottom. There's a lot of animosity between these opponents. Elite Championship Boxing guarantees an action-packed evening. And we've got Mathang Aropi versus Ricky Brule. Luis Prieto versus Ajax Dawad. Right now we have our first fight of the evening, Mathang Aropi, making his professional debut. Completed at the Golden Gloves in the main event and trained under the Santoro boys boxing since he was 19 years old. He's a family man. He's got a daughter, and he works hard on every single day of the week in and out of the ring. Please, a few words from Mathang Aropi.
Hey, my name is Matt. I'm just here to do what I got to do and flatline the kid. And yeah, that's about it. Just stay tuned and keep an eye on me.
On September 11th, you will go face-to-face with Ricky Brule.
Mm-hmm.
What can the fans of Grande Prairie, Alberta, and around the world on Fight TV expect from you?
You can expect a knockout, that's for sure. I'm trying to put the kid through, I'm trying to give him his first snap, his worst snap that he is going to ever have. I've seen the kid fight. He can't fight. He can't throw a punch. My 2-year-old daughter can throw harder than he can. Let's just say that. Stay tuned, guys.
You've been quoted in saying Ricky is a walk in the park. He's got no skills. It'll be fast, and he fears your power. Do you still stand by those comments?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just want to get fighting, man. We should just do it ASAP.
September 11th. Tickets are on sale now. We also have Ricky Brule here today. Ricky, you've also competed at the Golden Gloves. You competed at the Bronze Glove. You've got a good amateur record. What do you think of the words from Matang?
I think it's just all talk. I seen him throw a punch, and there is absolutely no power there. He cannot sleep me. With a miracle, it will still not happen. But fight night, we'll see it. I'll expose him for the fraud he is. He's just talking out of his ass
I
right
train
now.
every day, bud. Every day. If you train more than me, I doubt that. You're going for a nap. Sorry for my language. You're going for a nap.
It's just all talk, and he'll never put me for a nap.
September 11th. We'll see.
I've never hit
That's
the
for sure.
canvas in my life.
I've been waiting forever. We'll see on September 11th.
Why? What took you so long to sign the contract then?
I was waiting on you, bud.
I signed it in a heartbeat. There was no thought about it.
Your fat ass couldn't make the weight. We had to change the weight class for you. Come on. What are you talking about? I train every damn day. I look like a fucking warrior. I am a warrior.
That's
We're
what
doing
you
this.
think.
We're doing this.
I've heard that you and Mathang used to train at the same gym.
Yeah, we used to train at the same gym.
Did you guys ever spar?
No, we've never sparred.
His wrist is freaking broken. His ankles, his neck. Excuses. But September 11th, there's no excuses, bud.
You
No
said,
excuses.
and quote, that you're going to knock him out in 2 rounds. Do you still stand by those comments?
I could do it in one.
I
We'll
love
bet
it,
on that.
ladies and gentlemen. That is an action-packed war that's going to be going down September 11th at Elite Championship Boxing, our inaugural show at Revolution Place. Moving on to Ajax Dawad making his pro debut from right here where we're holding this press conference of Edmonton, Alberta. He's trained 2 years and sparred with the Santoro team hundreds and hundreds of rounds. Is that true?
Oh no, where's Ajax? He didn't show up today.
Is Ajax scared of you?
He must be, like he didn't show up.
This is Luis Prieto, his opponent, also making his pro debut from Grand Prairie. 14-2 amateur boxing record. You've also competed at the Golden Gloves, and you've been training for 13 years as an amateur boxer. What can fans expect from you on September 11th?
Well, what can you expect from me? I was gonna put Ajax to sleep in the first round, but since he didn't show up, I think I might just make it a long night. Punish him all 4 rounds.
You've been quoted in saying that he has nothing for you. He just has a good reach, but you're going to put him away in 1 or 2 rounds. He's never been hit by a true 147-pounder. Is this true? Do you still stand by those comments?
100%. As soon as I put my hands on that guy, it's gonna be a long night for you, Ajax.
What can you guarantee the fans?
4 rounds of just pure punishment.
How excited are you to fight in your professional debut for such a respected brand like Elite Championship Boxing?
I am super excited, and I'm really thankful for Lino and everybody at Elite Championship Boxing for giving me this opportunity to fight in my hometown. Really
Amazing.
thankful.
Hometown favorite Luis Presto will be taking on Ajax Dawad live on Fight TV on September 11th from the beautiful Revolution Center Place in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Next up on the card, we've got Carter Pollock versus Kristen Jensen. Kristen couldn't make it today. He is a bare-knuckle fighter, your opponent, Carter, a bare-knuckle fighter, and he's trained with Mike McWilliams. Now he trains under Rick Duff of the Canadian Olympic team. What do you think of your opponent?
He's a goof.
Sounds like we have a lot of animosity on this card. You've been training for 7 years, and you've been also training with the Santoro boys. How do you compare when you're in the ring with those guys?
I'd say I fare pretty well. The boys, they've all messed them up, and I do pretty good against my boys. So I think I'll be just fine.
What can the fans expect from your pro debut?
Well, I'm fighting a grown man, right? And he doesn't have the balls to show up, so I'm gonna hurt him real bad.
I like your sporting the cowboy hat. I mean, right now in Calgary, we have the Calgary Stampede happening. Alberta raised, Alberta boy.
Yep.
Do you work on a farm?
No, I don't. I do not.
But you're ready to knock this guy out, it seems.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our undercard. We're going to take a little break and bring on our main events of the evening. We've got a co-feature tonight, so give us a few minutes. We're going to bring out the championship belts, and it's just an action-packed card. Tickets are on sale now, EliteChampionshipBoxing.com. It's going to be a great night of fights. You can catch it live on Fight TV or be in attendance, because as you can tell, these fighters are not holding anything back.
Nothing.
A special presentation brought to you by Elite Championship Boxing.
Welcome back to the very first ever press conference for Elite Championship Boxing. I'd like to welcome our co-main event of the evening. Please welcome to the stage, unbeaten, Rafael Santoro. His opponent, Brian Samuel, could not make it here today. So we're going to move on to the main event of the evening. First up, with his manager, Gary, 7 professional wins for Roxy Lamb. And now, featuring the undefeated Carlito Sicario Santoro. And the bad boy himself, Canadian boxing legend, Tony Badilla. First off, we're going to start with Rafael Santoro, 5-0 versus Brian Samuel. First, let's ask Tony. Tony, where's Brian? Where's his opponent?
Yes, we are calling out Brian Samuel. It's going to be a rematch for a fight that happened 2 years ago, and he was not happy with the decision and whatnot. And yeah, just give him another chance. And yeah, we'll book him a nice hotel, and he can bring his mother too, because I heard she was mad with the last decision. So we can definitely find out some more.
With all your experience in Canadian boxing, how good is Rafael?
Well, that's the reason I'm here, is because I'm sitting beside the two best, some of the best prospects for Canadian boxing, and I see a lot of potential. And yeah, I'm very happy to be part of the team. I'm very thrilled.
What can we expect on September 11th from your boys?
Well, my guys, they're gonna come out and fight. So that's what we train for, and we're gonna, yeah, yeah, we're gonna come out and fight.
With your first encounter with Brian Rafael, it was a decision. What can we expect from you on September 11th?
Well, I'd like to just say I'm going to be a completely different fighter coming out on September. Due to my last performance, you know, there was a lot of roadblocks like sickness and just a lot of like, you know, ins and outs of fighters not wanting to like solidify the deal. So for this one, for sure, you know, we have an end game set and bring a 100% focus. So not much of a talker, I'm more of a performer.
Thank you. And how much does it mean to you to put the strap, the welterweight title, around your waist?
I mean, every single fight that I take with like 100% like, you know, satisfaction that like each fight is just a new step in the journey. So to have the opportunity to take a belt and like put that around my waist is 100%, you know, a blessing. So
September 11th, the welterweight championship is on the line. When Brian Samuel and Rafael Santoro meet in the middle of the ring, what can we expect but fireworks? That's the co-main event of the evening. Now moving on, the featherweight championship. The undefeated Carlito Sicario Santoro versus Roxy Lamb. Tell us a little bit about your 7 professional win, and tell us a little bit about your fighter, Gary.
Sure. First off, good afternoon. Thank you to Elite Boxing Championship for giving us this opportunity. Thanks to the Team Santoro for being here. I guess what I could say is, you know, we're ready for a war, whether it be 2 rounds or 10 rounds. We're going to prepare accordingly. Roxy's a warrior inside and outside the ring. And so with all due respect, you know, I think Carlito's had, 5 bouts, but he's not had 1 fight. And so this is, you know, this is going to be a real fight, and he's going to know it. So, you know, we'll see what happens when the bell rings.
Roxy is ranked 3rd in Canadian boxing standings. How do you get to number 1?
Well, by taking these opportunities and not ducking anyone, right? I think it's not lost on us that there has been other fighters that were offered this that didn't take the deal, and Roxy couldn't wait to take the deal. So he's a man of a few words, but I can assure you, in his 11 fights, not one of them has been boring. He is our version of the ultimate blood and guts warrior, and he's going to prove that. And I hope Team Santoro brings the heat, because they're going to need it.
Those are big words. Anything to say before we move on to Carlito, Roxy?
I guess I just want to say I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful for this opportunity. Like God works in mysterious ways, and I honestly don't even know how I got here and how I'm even given this opportunity. I'm just thankful beyond thankful, and yeah.
I mean, this is a classic matchup between youth versus experience, and so we fully intend to exploit the other team's inexperience.
Absolutely. Carlito is 8-0 as an amateur, 5-0 as a professional, 13-0 boxing record, Golden Gloves champion, Alberta Golden Boy Trophy winner, 3-time Silver Gloves champion, and 3-time Bronze Glove champion. That's a big accolade. Are you ready for this title shot?
Oh, more than ready. I've been preparing for a long time for this. Months on months, man. Hard training.
You've been training since you were 14 years old.
Oh yeah, 14.
This is a big fight for you with Roxy.
Indeed it is, yeah.
What can fans expect from you live on Fight TV?
Me and my brother the same. We're not big talkers, we're performers, and I just hope he brings it all because he'll need it, that's for sure.
If you had to predict something, tell us how you're going to finish this fight, or is it going to a decision in a 10-round war like Roxy thinks?
We'll have to see. If it's a 10-round war, I'll beat him in a 10-round war. If it's a 4-round or short night, beat him in a short-round night. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I
have something to say to...
Absolutely. Please.
To the team. Just make sure you have a catman with you, please. Because, yeah, it might get nasty, you know? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure Elite Championship Boxing will also have cut men there. Make sure everybody is safe and sound before and after the fight. This is a night of fights. We've got 2 undefeated Canadian boxers taking on 2 of their toughest fights yet. One of them, a rematch. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. Tickets are now on sale for September 11th, Elite Championship Boxing. And now we're going to square off in the middle. No fights here, gentlemen. I know the animosity. You can feel it in the air. We'll start off first with Rafael. His opponent's not here, but let's get a few pictures of the championship belt up here in the front. And now we're going to square off the main event. 7 professional wins for Roxy Lamb versus undefeated rising star Carlito Santoro for the Canadian Featherweight Championship. Live on Fight TV, September 11th. Elite Championship Boxing. Thank you and good night.
Spread out a little bit, gentlemen. Spread out. Okay,